We are leaving Mandy Beach, way back there on the ferry, going back to Sydney, which is coming up here, but beautiful day, about 80 degrees. I really encourage you all to travel more. Ernest Hemingway once wrote a book called The Movable Feast, and he said that when you live in Paris as a young man, if anyone has the ability and opportunity to live there, Paris stays with you wherever you go in life, for Paris is a movable feast. And to continue along Hemingway's point, when you do travel, you really do see things that you would never see, and you feel and experience things you never would. And this trip I'm traveling alone, and when you travel alone, you get to see more, you get to experience more, so I highly encourage you to travel alone. Some of the reasons why you might not want to travel, or you can, you might think, oh, one, it's a money thing, and yeah, money, cost can be an issue, but if you save up things like a handbag, a suit, or a watch, well, why not save it for a trip? Because experiences are so much more memorable than actual things. Second thing you think might be the thing is time. You might say, well, I don't have a lot of time. Well, I can say I've traveled to hundreds of cities around the world, multiple countries, and some of my most memorable trips are not the longest. Been to Paris and Italy and Barcelona, Spain, and those are much longer trips than when I went to Thailand, Japan, and now Sydney, Australia, which I'm only here for a day. But I remember the shorter trips sometimes even more so. So don't think that just because you don't have enough time, oh, I need 2 weeks to spend here, 1 week to spend here. Well, we forget 50% of what we learned in an hour and 80% in a month. So you're gonna forget most things anyway. But if you go to a place only for a day or 2 or 3, you'd be surprised how memorable those experiences are. So don't allow lack of time to dictate whether you go to a trip or not. And lastly, fear. You might say, oh, I don't want to go by myself, or I don't want to go on a plane by myself because it's scary. Well, truth is, if you don't push past your fears, you'll never do anything in life. And so you might say, well, how do I do it, Chris? You do it by just doing it. You want to travel more, just start traveling. Whether it's in your own area and taking a bus or a train or a car somewhere, just do it. Stop waiting around. You're going to wait for the rest of your life. When they survey people that are close to passing away, they never say, oh, I wish I worked more. I wish I made more money. They always say, I wish I spent more time with my family. And I wish I did things that I was afraid to do. And one of them is traveling. So you see coming up there is the city of Sydney. It really is one of the most beautiful days in Sydney right now. We're at 80 degrees and sunny Australia. This is their summertime, even though we're in January, early January. And so some highlights of my trip in Australia. I was in Melbourne for about 9 days, and it's been an amazing experience. Went to St. Kilda Beach, went to do kite surfing, went to Toorak, which is like their Beverly Hills, went to Mornington Peninsula, which is like their Hamptons along the coast, went to Healesville Sanctuary to see some kangaroos, went to the CBD district, which is the Central Business District, went on top of the number 35 restaurant in the Sofitel Hotel with a beautiful view, walked along the arcade market, I think it's called, went to Fitzroy Gardens and the Royal Botanical Gardens. This dude's messing my view up. I should have stood there closer, but whatever. So we're approaching Sydney. Something about water. Perhaps it's because we were created in water in our mother's womb that you feel so much more peace when you're around water. And so I encourage you to get out there more, and wherever you are, go to a body of water, because it's just very peaceful. Especially in this case, we're in a ferry which costs about $5 US dollars, $7 Australian dollars, and it's just beautiful, beautiful scenic area. And on this ferry, it's double decker, so right now we're on the bottom part. There's a top part over there. So as you can see, we're getting closer to the buildings. Look how beautiful it is. It's much more crowded when you're going out to Manly Island, where we just were. Literally, it's probably 20 times more crowded than when we're coming back to Sydney. Sydney is one of the most convenient places to go to via public transportation. I just flew in yesterday from Melbourne and hopped on their train system. They have this little card that you add money to, like a Starbucks card, and just take the train to wherever you want to go. And it's from the airport to the main area where I live in the Wynyard area. So it took about 20 minutes to half hour. It's pretty convenient. And getting closer to Sydney. It's such a beautiful day out. Again, I think Augustine once said that all of life is a book, and those that read only one page. All of life is a book, and those that read only one page is just really, you're not really living life. Or should I say, is that all the world is a book? Regardless, it's just about so many places to see. So if you're only in one place, you're just reading one page of that book of your life, and you don't allow certain fears you might have, certain restrictions like time or money, because those are just excuses we make for ourselves. There's something called couch surfing, where you can sleep for free at different places. It's actually been around for decades now. My friend Juliana from Poland travels all around the world couch surfing. Go to couchsurfing.com. Great place to go. You can minimize the cost by going with your friends. And so you can see on the right hand side, there is the Opera House, the world famous Sydney Opera House. And then now you have the Harbour Bridge over there on the right. So there's Sydney, beautiful Sydney skyline, Opera House, where they always show the fireworks at the Harbour Bridge. And again, it really does not do justice to this video. It's one of the nicest cities I've been to in the world, up there with Hong Kong and New York and San Francisco, Paris, London. Definitely one of my top 10 favorite urban cities in the world. Because of the ferry ride, it's very affordable. You can actually climb on that bridge over there. 288 Australian dollars to climb that bridge. Last night I was there and saw little people going up there. I was like, whoa, what are they there for? And apparently they are tourists. And there's the Opera House. And it's one of the nicest views in the world. Hopefully you enjoy that tour.